the major itself.
Okay, I was going to say 20% just to stay in the league. That can't be right. But yeah, they have a good shot at actually making it out. And
oh, yeah.
I got to say, this to me, biggest surprise of this upper division European DPC. Not a single one of the talent had Brame in the top 6, let alone making it to the major. And so far, the only squad to take a series off of Alliance, and in general, just playing, I think, a lot more solid Dota than we expected.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I did a coin flip. Of Hellbear Smash. I was like, all right, one of these promoted teams, they're going to do an upset. I did a coin flip. I was like, all right, Hellbear Smashers or Brame. And it ended up Hellbear Smashers. I would have looked like a genius.
You would have?
If it ended up being heads instead of tails. But
yeah, if only you'd done the same about whether or not you should go into Dogecoin.
True.
3 months ago.
There is still an 18% chance that Brame gets automatically relegated due to their score.
18%?
Yeah, 18%. They've got about a 33% chance to end up in relegation tiebreakers. This is all, of course, thanks to Knoxville, who put out a tweet yesterday with weighted probabilities for all the teams and their placements as of yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with their performance here today. So Hellbear Smashers, a pipe dream of staying in the upper division, but
yeah, they pretty much have to beat Brame, and then they have to go on and beat Secret.
I mean, Secret is not looking great, but unfortunately for the Smashers,
they're looking worse.
Indeed, and I think a big part of that, you can even see the change with Stormstormer getting his hero first pick overall in the draft, Invoker. I think they've had struggles trying to fit his pool in into this upper division, and it'll be interesting to see how well he performs. This is probably the hero he's known best for.
Well, he is immediately going to be starting off, denying his own Observer Ward to make sure he doesn't give away that golden experience. A nice, cute little play. Rasmus, I would say he has also been struggling, maybe not when it comes to hero pool size, but just general performance. I feel like Rasmus has been pretty hit or miss.
Yep. It just seems to be a staple with Misery teams. If you go back even to TI9, I remember talking with Teagup about this. Chaos, they got eliminated.
He's dead.
No, he's very dead.
He's got a Fairy Fire, but I'm not sure that keeps him alive, and it doesn't. Honestly, decent timing there from Gilger to try and hit him off of the spin, but didn't matter.
And that TI, even though they were eliminated from groups, they still ended the tournament with, I believe, top 3 heroes played, or most heroes, most unique heroes played, and they lost almost all of their games. It's kind of the same here with the Smashers. They just don't really have that identity formed. Rasmus specifically, I've seen like the Tidehunter from the other day, the last time we saw them. Now a Necrophos. I'd love to see them stick to something a little more stable. Just, get that Slardar going. Less Slardar, bunch of stuns. Keep it easy for yourselves, because my fear is, how are you going to ever kill this Jug right now as this Dire lineup? What's your play?
Yeah.
You have nothing to interrupt a Spin TB with the exception of the Scythe. And your damage output in general is relatively low.
Yeah, your damage output is really bad if you're using the Scythe on a Magic Immune target. Yeah. So that is definitely going to be a constant problem for them. Right now, it looks like, to me anyway, that Gilger is going to have to, catch the Juggernaut off of those Vendetta Impales. And they're going to have really good follow-up off of that. And that just seems insanely unlikely. Yeah. Meanwhile, one of the last picks of the Smashers is this Necrophos, which you've been talking about. It's a tank meta. Necrophos, it naturally goes in a cycle. If a bunch of tank heroes are being picked, percentage-based damage is going to be good. But we still haven't seen that much of it. And it's only in games that are really good. And I'm not even sure if this game is that good for Necrophos.
I'm not so sure either, Cap. I'd love to see, we saw it in, I think, a lower division game the other day. I'm surprised more teams aren't picking up Veil. I know the stats were pretty heavily nerfed, but if you're running a hero like Necro, Invoker, you think about all these heroes, the spell damage amp is pretty significant. I don't believe it functions with Heartstopper. I'd want to test that. It used to be health removal, but now it's health decay % So if that were to function with Veil, I think that would be that combination that would make this viable, but I'm not 100% certain. I think I'd have to test it because they changed the way that this functioned, but you said heal tank meta, 2.4% of somebody's max HP is pretty damn ridiculous.
Yeah, and then especially if you were to add in, it's not a common item being picked up right now, but the Aghanim Scepter, increasing that Heartstopper aura even further, combined with a Veil, that would be Pretty interesting combination. But yeah, I mean, this combo down here is part of the reason why it's not a good Necrophos game, is because there is so much magic damage. Spin, and then Dark Willow is a huge amount of magic damage, as we're going to watch Rasmus die.
And a lot of offensive purge also continuously getting picked up. You know, when AA is in the meta, Oracle as well. Even Warlock can be really annoying for Necro to play because you're just so slow. Yeah. You're so slow.
Health loss from Heartstopper Aura is direct HP removal. Yeah. So it is not affected by spell damage amplification or any of those other effects.
I will say I would like to see that changed. I think the hero would be better, much better for it, because if you think about it, that's a main source of damage output, right? Compare that to Leshrac. All of your damage increased when you have Spell Amp. Necrophos can't use it nearly as well, so you just don't scale as much as other intelligence cores. Right. The base int giving you spell damage also doesn't help with your Heartstopper then. So I'd rather it toned down, but then able to be increased as the game progressed.
What do you think about the shard? Do you feel like that makes Necrophos a little bit more legit? This Uber, the Uber death pulse that he's able to throw out, basically.
It's too wonky.
Yeah.
Like you get some like Juggernaut shard's one of my favorites. Real simple. Hey, you move faster during Blade Fury. You're gonna attack during it. It's very simple. More damage. Necros, you got to think like, okay, how does this work? Is it good? What could I combo this with? And then you're also then planning around something you can only pick up in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not realistic. I think they're gonna go back.
Ace in a little bit of trouble, gets low, but does manage to get that fourth Jingo hit, and with a swing there, managed to get the kill instead of dying. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they actually did kill the Dark Willow, so yeah, they were trying to go on to Rasmus potentially, but instead gets found. Smashers getting 2 kills in either side lane.
Yeah, off to a decent start. So their lanes can get out of control. You know, Necro Monkey, their lane dominators went ahead. If they fall behind, it can be very troubling, but yeah, it looks like just a whiff on the stun, a Sunstrike to the face. That's the Nyx combination. That's why you first to it. It's a way to activate Exort Invoker. You really can't play it properly without a real simple Sunstrike setup.
Meanwhile, our mid lane matchups, since it seems like the side lanes are going pretty well for the Smashers, at least mid is being slightly won by the Dragonite. Not by a huge margin, though. Focus, they're going to get aggressive once again. Erasmus, he gets off the spin, but the Sunstrike coming through. Baited into standing still for Stormer. And pure damage rips him apart, and Gilger's still going to chase after the Dark Willow. He does have a stick. If he'd managed to maybe spike Carapace, return the damage, he could have done something there, but...
I'm surprised that he tanked that one to the face. You got to expect Wish was yelling that the Invoker had stopped moving for a second and went to cast, but yeah, just catches focus. Really nice play there from Rasmus and Stormstormer. You know that was communicated. I can hear Rasmus in the comms. Help! Help! Didn't see the ping, but you know he was thinking it. Double bracer too.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, he definitely took that first death to heart and said, okay, they've got enough magic damage to threaten me. I'm going to make sure that I tank up quite a lot.
It's the right play, because if you don't die, then you can turn it around relatively easily. You'll be able to auto-attack through spin, hit him with the pulse as it fades, and in general, just pressure focus in the lane.
Going it again. Sunstrike does land. Spartan, he's going to be run down here by Gilger, and he can't really defend himself super well because he can't throw out the brambles for fear of the spike carapace, so...
Yeah, the mid matchup, I would think it's where both players are happy. From an analyst perspective, I think Invoker doesn't really love to play against DK, but you can get away with a pretty easy Exort game when you know that there's just going to be this guy constantly shoving your wave into tower.
Yeah, I mean, it helps that you're able to have a global impact while still sitting in front of your tower, making sure that DK doesn't take it, unlike like a Puck, who needs to rotate lanes.
Yeah, you just farm your easy camp, farm the lane. It's really no sweat. I like the build. He's going for the old school OG Miracle.
Spartan caught again. This time the Sunstrike is off the mark, but he's still kind of in trouble here. He's going to turn around, throw out the Cursed Crown. Is going to be blocked by Gilger, but there is Stomina in here. They bring a third hero to the mix with a Telekinesis. They're going to just do okay. Yeah, Rasmus left him behind, and maybe it's because he got the call that Wish was TPing in too. Jeez.
That's a good point. They had a ward mid, so I'm pretty sure they saw that. And very odd rotation, to be honest. DK was unnecessary There's no real way you're going to get a bonus kill unless Rasmus were to step way out of position. But yeah, the OG Miracle, if you remember it. He would go treads, drums, oftentimes Ags right after, and just play super high tempo, always in the enemy off lane. Quick Roche, very possible as well. Although that was when you got the double Forge Spirit at level, I think it was level 15, right? So it was a bit different.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't exist.
Gilgert just keeping Wish away. Top 3 net worth across the board for Smashers. They're going to be very happy with their laning phase. So this is something that you said was kind of the danger of the Smashers lineup, is the fact that they could run away with the lanes. Just the individual matchups is going to feel pretty good. Now, how do we build on this from here? Because I don't really see their heroes moving around, right?
Exactly. You just extend the laning phase. If you could get this for another 4 or 5 minutes or so, you're so happy. But it's in Brame's best interest to start making moves, right? Bring the Jug or the DK to a side lane, find a kill, push a tower. No problem. They need to make sure that does not happen. If you look up top, yeah, Monkey King's dominating, but look at his build. That's the first point in his W just then. Has treads and over corruption. He's all in for lane domination. So still susceptible to being ran at. Doesn't even have a point in the ultimate just yet. So if I'm Brame, I'm looking to make things happen. Rasmus, love the build. The Hood double bracer means he is just not... You can't mess with him. And even if you were to kill him, it's going to require too many resources to get that done.
Was it just me, or do you feel like Brame's playing the wrong side of the map right now?
Yeah.
They just gave up that tower. I feel like you want to threaten the Monkey King right now and take his tower and trade off.
I don't think the Jug should still be here at all. Maybe a move mid. You've got a stun. You know, it's a pretty free kill on an Exort Invoker. It's not as if he has any real save for himself. And they're keeping him now in the safe lane, but it's actually Stormstormer who's now pressuring the mid tower, while Monkey King still free farms. That advantage top means that no support is necessary for him to continue dominating. Nice little sidestep from Tofu. Fancy feet.
Very smooth.
This is like, Focus doesn't want to be here.
Yeah, I want to see those 2 supports like move up to top lane, and like, especially since it's a Centaur, like he's gonna be a decent amount of damage. Meanwhile, like Necrophos, Double Bracer, and Hood of Defiance, like this guy is tanked up. He is prepared for you to run at him.
Indeed. I think they've already kind of put themselves in this hole. You can see 2 minutes have passed since we asked to extend the laning phase. 1,000 more gold, the advantage for Hellbear Smashers. This is the dream. Somebody will die, right? You can expect Rasmus. He's knowing that this at some point will end with his demise, but he doesn't mind that. He is shoving into a tier 2 and then taking enemy jungle. Brame are just kind of lost, it seems. You just see these dots on the minimap rotating back and forth, and there we go.
Finally, the move comes up to the top lane. They're going to go for the Monkey King. The Monkey going to try and get off those Shingu stacks, but it doesn't really matter. They bring the full force of Brame's lineup to this top lane.
Glad they did that, but level 7.5 Centaur. That should happen like at 5.5 set up. As soon as he sticks, boom, pop, that's a kill, and then you push top. Now it's so late that that rotation can immediately be punished by the Smashers.
Dominant caught by Gilger, the Vendetta Impale combination. It's going to catch a lot of hero kills, and they're going to give up mid, and Rasmus is going to get in front of this tower push as well. Rasmus is looking to keep all of these towers alive.
Oh yeah, you can't stop me either. He's too tanky now. Yeah, this is great. Really great play. Where was this all season? Smashers? What's going on?
Well, to be fair to them, they did take a game off of what? OG.
That's true.
Secrets. It's just the problem was they weren't able to put together a full series win. They've actually got, I believe, 3 individual game wins on the board.
Yeah, the big issue right now for Brame, check out the support net worth, man. That is rough. 800 on
yeah, yikes.
On Spartan. No boots. A lot of gold, and a big part of that. Do you know why that's rough, Cap? Because you're playing against the Nyx assassin. You don't have to spend much gold to support anymore, but you're now going to be constantly afraid. They have how many sentries down already? They've got 4 sentries down. They're going to need more than that, 5. You're going to be out of stock pretty soon, but you got to keep buying them.
Yeah.
And now that Smashers have tempo and vision control, it's going to be really, really frustrating to deal with.
Move to the top lane. Another round of Vendetta.
Yeah, he gets
Skylark seems to have... I've noticed this about Skylark. He has pretty good map reads.
Yeah. He's got the spidey senses, man.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Does Ace have the spidey senses?
Oh, okay. That was smart. He knows he can't be seen by the tower there, so that means that somebody was giving the vision to the tower, and that would be a Monkey King in the trees.
Yeah, he's got a real quick blink on the DK, but trying to get...
They're going to terrorize him, knock him out of the trees, see if they can land the brambles on them. They do. They go for the magic damage now. Stomach on the side as well to be able to pull him back in. They do a decent amount, but it's not quite enough by itself, and that will be a Monkey King living. Ace is going to be fine. Stormer was able to prevent the rest of Smashers from pushing in. They're immediately going to move to the other side of the map, though. Stampede runs him over. They catch up to Rasmus now, and Rasmus... He may be as tanky as all hell, but 3 different cores on top of him with no help from his allies is a surefire way to die.
Ace, you gotta please be careful, my friend. They have a lot of magical burst for you. Is he really gonna set this up? They have Healing Ward. I don't think this is worth.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those moves where you just
leapt into a centaur. Oh my.
Yeah, that was close. I think you gotta just give that one to Brame. Be like, okay, good job. You kind of outmaneuvered us there, and just keep farming, you know? But Ace, trying to recover everything and protect his captain, loses out on a bit of farming time.
That was on Rasmus, honestly. He had pushed it into the tier 1. That's his job. You gotta get out there. You know that counterplay is likely gonna come in. And so far, you know, Hellbear Smash, they had a lead, but it's tough for them to expand upon it if they can't control the enemy Ancient Triangle, because that's a Battle Fury Jug. He's very content now to just farm, catch waves as they hit his towers. And Smashers, they didn't really go for the scaling. You know, it's a Drum's Blink on the Invoker. It's a Hood on the Necro. So they have the lead, but it's not expanding like they might want. And
would you have liked to see a more farming build for the Monkey King? Because that would be the biggest difference, right? It's the Monkey's going for a Deso compared to the Jug with the Battle Fury.
I don't think you can go for the laning skill build and the Deso. You have to continue to fight at all times.
AoE disables Terrorize. Not able to get it off in time.
It's like, it's one or the other, you know? And Ace, you know, he had a great start, but look at his net worth. Like, he's behind the DK now. He's in 5th place, and he had utter free farm from 5 minutes onwards.
Yeah.
The Deso's going to be nice, but they're going to need to play mistake-free, pretty much, the Smashers. Like, one fight lost, and they're going to be in some trouble.
Nice Sunstrike gives them a little information. They know now that Wish is going to be jumping in here, and with that stun, you should be able to get the kill on Gilger, but still, it's a dragon form to defend a tower and get a support kill. That's not bad for Smashers at all.
The thing is, they brought 5 there. Like, they're 5 heroes pushing in that tier 2, and they immediately flee. Notice Focus, as we look at our little picture-in-picture, still farming the same triangle with his Battle Fury.
Stats going up. Rasmus, going to be the next one targeted here, but Spartan, Sunstrike, that's going to blow him up for sure, and I don't think they could really deal with Rasmus right now. In fact, they got to be careful of that Reaper Scythe. Look at them, 20 Magic Wand charges. They telekinesis, pull them back into the brambles, but again, they know better than to try and go for this kill. Ace sneaking up the side here. Stoneman in. He's going to be caught by the stun, the bound, the strike. They realize they don't even need the ultimate here. This is a halfway commitment by Brame, so they don't need to blow ultimates to defend.
This is big. I like that they forced for the tier 2 here. I hope they would have done that, you know, before that 1 death on Gilger.
Oh, what a stack. Focus, got to be careful though. See how quick he is on the spin. As Gilger has missed his opportunity to go for the Spike Carapace stun.
He's got this. Focus is going to be fine.
And I'm not sure if he has the damage by himself anyway, even with the Sunstrike.
Yeah, it's good. They got to control the outpost now, though, if that's possible. Just slow down the XP gain for this Brame side. Man, first item BKB Ace?
Yeah, he was going for Deso earlier, and now he's made it even more conservative in a BKB build-up instead.
It's just that, like, I wouldn't mind it, but, you know, Rasmus also went for more of, like, the offlaner style, you know, a Hood into a Yules. So, yeah, Stormer is going to scale better than a lot of mid players, but it just feels like the 3-2 position coming
nice
out.
Dodge by Spartan. They're really going to go for this one. The Terrorize, it does go off just before the Tornado, and that's enough to be able to blow up Rasmus. Ace comes in, but the Wukong's command is too late. Brame has gotten the kill and gotten out. Skylark now charging forward. Maybe looking to catch another hero. He's a little bit skittish, though. Wish he's going to charge forward, though. Instead, Focus is closing in. They actually have the stolen Wukong's command from the Rubik. That's not too scary. As Ace turns around, managed to get up the Jingu stacks. Still in decent fighting shape here. Telekinesis pullback, though. They can continue to go for the supports if they want, but they don't have any detection on the two cores. Gilger sneaks away just in time.
Man, Brame's just ready. Their team fight. It's going to be a lot better than the Smashers. They're great at getting the pickoffs, but this is my my big concern with the item build, Cap, because they're going for the team fight. They're trying to say, we want to take fights and win them now, but that isn't what their draft is really engineered to do. They should be playing corners, you know, hunting, killing with good rotations from a Nyx or a Monkey in the Trees with the addition of a Sunstrike or a Scythe. The pit will be the play. I don't know if you can contest this if you're Brame.
Yeah, it's not looking good for them, especially as they've got illusions to be able to scout out. No heroes in the triangle right now, so this is going to be an Aegis for Ace, I'm guessing. I guess one upside to this BKB build is that a decent amount of his damage is going to come from Alacrity. So he does have that little bit of an extra steroid for him.
Mm-hmm. I just would have loved even just a Maelstrom first.
Yeah.
You know, then his net worth is going to be more similar to the Juggernauts, and it wouldn't feel like they were on as much of a clock. Still, look, they're playing a great game. They're up 4 towers once this one falls. They lost control of bot outpost, but they can grab that back as they desire, and they are still protecting their side. Mid tower, though. Will you fight this? Brame is certainly set up. They have a sentry. They might spot this Nyx. They're just going to back away, okay.
I like this. Stormer stays top lane and continues to pressure that tier 2.
Gotta be careful.
As long as he doesn't get caught, it's fine. But oh no, he went back in. He blinks away, but now the supports, they're routing him. And if they have detection, they've certainly got him. They're going to use the Terrorize just to make sure. This is a big, big kill, and they'll have it too. Managed to steal the Ghost Walk for Stoneman as well, so he's got another way to initiate.
That was a mega kill streak as well.
Ooh.
That hurts. Mid lane, though, Skylark has the hood. Is this the target you want, guys?
They're going to try for it, but they miss the Impale right away. The Reaper's Scythe. That's a lot of damage. Level 2 Reaper's Scythe, and he's gone for a full minute. Now, Ace is going to be caught by the Brambles. Without a Centaur. Rather ambitious to try and take this fight. They throw him back into the Brambles once again. They go actually on the slash. Gilger, he didn't have Vendetta to be able to get away from that. Tofu's going to be run down by Focus as well. He's trying to juke away. He slips into the trees as best as possible. A Yule Scepter will buy the support a little bit of time here. Ace managed to get off the Wukong's command. Boundless Strike onto 2. The magic damage is coming in from the spin, but he can't stand and fight Ace. Ace is going to be caught by the Brambles' Cursed Crown. Magic damage flowing in. He's life stealing off of the creep to be able to stay alive, and Ace, he does it. He stays alive ever so barely against the assault from Spartan, and now Wish. He's going to be chased down by Ace up next. They're going to throw out the EMP to burn Wish out. Ace gets another Jingu stack so he can go ahead and heal himself up. Nicely played by Hellbear Smashers.
That was sick. I did not expect that fight to go so well for them. Really well done by Ace. I was the trigger discipline to not use BKB. I was just yelling in my head. Just, no, really? You're just gonna keep it?
Yeah.
If he dies there to Skylark, that is a totally different fight. Or not Skylark, but Spartan. I keep getting him confused. Either way, they're gonna find the drug here, but he should wait until spins back up. There it is. I don't think he's gonna get caught. I like the decision to go for the Ags. It's very nice against Nyx and CM. Get both the positioning and the free damage off.
Focus. Careful, my friend. He is going to be able to just TP away. This Cataclysm does do a lot of damage, though. He's going to have to keep that in mind for the future. Oh, hey, Snowman. What are you doing here? All right, Gilger finds a freebie as a bit of a pause. Not sure what Snowman was doing there.
Doorbell got caught. And this is, there's the Necro factor, even with the hood. Wasn't popped, nor was the Essence Ring. Maybe that fight goes a little differently if so. But you can see the concern. It's all about keeping your supports alive if you're Smashers. Your cores can handle themselves. Nice Yules there from Rasmus to protect Tofu. Got him before the spin came out.
Yeah, that was a great boundless strike from Ace. Otherwise, Brame might have been able to just continue rolling over them. Looks like they're going to be able to catch Tornado into the Meteor Smash. They're going to jump in and just make sure that Spartan is indeed dead. Deso now for the Monkey King. Spartan
is, I love him. He's just face-checking the high grounds. That's his role on the team.
Yeah, it really is. Spartan heroes are a certain breed, you know? Yeah. You got to get your Undyings, your Dark Willows, your Spirit Breakers.
And look at that, a healthy half of his team's deaths. It's the role of a good 5. The issue is they're losing a lot of structures, and they've yet to even threaten this dire Tier 1 middle. Makes the map much harder for them to control. Now down, still 3 towers. Only 5K, but it does feel like Smashers are getting to a pretty solid spot. I think that their team fight now is formidable solely because their cores just don't seem to die.
Yeah.
And if you can't kill them off in an Omni/stun combo, I just don't know how they'll die. And the minus armor for the Monkey is pretty significant with the benefit of that Alacrity as well.
I've noticed this whenever, like, the net worth can be even when you take all the enemy Tier 1 towers. Like, sometimes they just outfarm efficiency you or whatever, but it's when the Tier 2s start falling that net worth really starts plummeting, because it just represents, like, okay, it's a decent amount of gold from the Tier 2s themselves, but the map control you're getting, if you've taken Tier 2s, the enemy is very limited on farming, and so we can kind of see that windfall beginning to the favor of Smashers, setting up on Wish right now. He does have a BKB. Oh, nice setup, able to get the chain stun combination with the Cataclysm over the top.
That is all Stormstormer. He's baiting the Forge Spirit. It's like half HP. It's calling out to be killed by a Fire Breath. And your typical reaction is like, oh, he must have forgot to micro it. Nope. There is a Gilgernix there. He is waiting in the wings, and that is a freebie. There's the Ags from the Invoker. The Cataclysm is so busted, especially in a game like this where you have the Nyx. It's just double Sunstrike. Like, come on. 100% guaranteed to hit unless there's a force away. I expect somebody to be buying one ASAP. No, but it'll be a blink on the Rubik. No, nobody's going for it, man. You need a Force Staff in this game. Another reason why. Dodging the meatball.
Yeah, the Spartan once again fulfilling his duty.
TP.
Oh, tried to force it out. Ace almost getting caught there. Managed to get off his BKB just before the stomp. He's going to leap away. Wish is desperate to be able to catch somebody here because they forced Hellbear Smashers to split and a TP up to the top lane, but they couldn't quite catch them. Nice now they've used Dragon Form for nothing.
The moment they saw the TP came out top, they pounced, but well done by Smashers. They're very prepared.
And now, Smashers might just go back in. Dragon Form still up for about half its duration, but no rush. I mean, at this point, the way they're controlling up the map, this is going to become a single core Juggernaut carry, you know? Like, he's going to have to do it all.
Yep. And it's tough for both the DK and the Centaur here because the Necro factor. Invoker also out-leveling, outforming pretty much the whole enemy side.
All right, they've got the Aghanim Scepter on the Juggernaut, so it's probably smoke time for Brame.
Yeah. No DK form, though.
Yeah, that
give it a little
suck.
time.
Gotta use the power spikes when you get them, I guess.
It's necessary. Look at the map, though. There's so many Dire Wards, not a single one for Radiant. Like, they need some kind of vision. Because, you know, if we can swap to their Fog real quick, they see absolutely nothing. You know how hard it is to play a game when all your waves are pushing and you have no vision? Even if they don't get a kill, placing wards will set up for at least the ability to take a team fight in an advantageous location.
Yeah, you're just grasping at the dark here. You're just hoping that Smashers are somewhere in this bottom lane, but they're not. They're playing their own jungle, playing very safe right now.
They're also doing a really good job of not showing on the lanes. You know, top was just pushed from the tower all the way up by just Forge Spirits. And, you know, maybe the Necro will show, but so long as you don't see Monkey, Nyx, or Invoker, you've got to be afraid all over the map. They could be anywhere from your woods to right on top of you to just casually doing Roche. You'd never know.
The lead out onto the Centaur. That's certainly going to be enough damage to blow him up, but Wish at the same time has already jumped in. Pops his BKB after the spike carapace hits him, and he's trapped. Spartan, get out of the way. Wish is trying to get away from Ace right now. Spartan goes in for the kill onto Stormstormer, but of course he doesn't have enough damage for that. He's only got level 1 ultimate. Focus going back in now with the buyback coming out from Skylark. Whoa. Really trying for this one. Lotus Orb, the Reaper side bouncing back. Oh, God. That is a dead Dragon Knight. Rasmus able to execute him pretty quickly, and Focus doesn't have much left. He's just got his Aghanim Scepter to be able to bounce around a little bit, but he doesn't have a spin, so he's immediately going to be disabled afterwards. And yeah, Rasmus calling it. It might just be GG.
MVP Tofu, that Glimmer Cape disjointed the Juggernaut ultimate, and suddenly Ace was still full HP. And this is the one danger of the Jug. If you don't get a good Omni off, your hero's worthless. That's the whole hero's kit. The goal is kill enemy carry. It doesn't work. In fact, it actually puts him in the middle of no man's land, and that's just straight up GG. MVP Tofu. Well done, sir. And also,
but he doesn't have in size. He makes up for in his wilds.
Gotta carry. And this is the danger. Remember, we're playing against the Nyx Assassin. All the sentries getting placed all over the map. You don't necessarily have the luxury of holding them for the fight. They did have one on Spartan, but he died straight off the bat. Yep. Thus, nothing remaining.
Smashers keeping the dream alive to stay in the upper division. Taking a big lead here in game number 1. Brame not going to call GG just yet. After all, it's only going to be 1.5 lanes of barracks. But Gilger, is he he's picking up a Yule? I thought he was going to buy wards and plant a deep ward, but no, this man is he's just trying to complete his items.
Try to find a killer on Focus. They know where he is.
Must be hard to scuttle around with those kind of colonnades. Once again, the Spike Carapace Impale lead off just to be able to blink away. And even throughout the Cataclysm, that was just for fun. Oh, okay. Well, it does bait Spartan into a dangerous position. Going to be covered by Focus here. Throws out the Omnislash onto the Lotus Orb. Actually, just the Aghanim Scepter, and he bounced over onto Ace, who's stunned up, but they didn't have the chain stun follow-up. Now they're going to turn back on Rasmus, but quickly realize he's a bit too tanky to go for. BKB, Centaur Ultimate going off. Smashers, they're trying to keep up right now. Looks like Ace may have dove in a little bit too deep, but they don't have the damage. Never mind. Dragon Knight caught just on the edge of the Wukong's command, so Ace is able to go to town right now with that alacrity, plus the Jingu stacks.
You just can't fight him anymore, Cap. It's a 20k gold lead. It was manageable, 2 to 5,000, but now they're just so many items ahead as we check out all of Spartan's deaths.
Are these all the Sunstrike kills?
It is.
It is all the Sunstrike kills. As we do head back into the game, I believe we had another Sunstrike kill, a Cataclysm kill. Is that on the DK? It looks like Skylark, yeah. All right, Focus is going to come on in and go on out.
He's dead. Oh, nice stun.
Yep, they're still going to catch him. Caught in his place. Rasmus should be able to catch up eventually. Never mind, he just keeps running into brambles.
Scythe him. Okay. That would have been a typical Rasmus move. You know, get to Spartan, thank him for his numerous deaths. Now in the double digits, 1, 12, and 6. And
if
keep
there's
in mind,
any man who could actually recreate a Melk Award, it's definitely Spartan.
Oh, for sure. and also, you know, don't forget, Cap, by the transitive property.
Yeah.
Alliance, they beat OG, Secret, Nigma, Liquid.
Right.
Brame, they beat Alliance. Hellbear Smashers, they beat Brame. Maybe they're 1 and 5, but you can make an argument they're the best team in this division.
It's well argued.
Thank you,
Kyle. Well argued.
And it is really annoying. I think we've also seen, and I want to give credit to the support too of Smashers, really, because Gilger, we saw a lot of Sunstrike kills. The key there, Nyx Assassin, Vendetta into the stun, and in addition, numerous times getting a stun with the Carapace to start, so the Vendetta hit is guaranteed, into the stun guaranteeing the Cataclysm. Makes your burst damage just dramatically improve. And, just gonna fight. Screw the Roche. Oh, guess what? It's no, not you again. No, no.
Oh.
Spartan.
Dear Spartan.
Oh, he's coming back.
He wants another round. Brame holding out hope that they can contest this Roshan and turn this game around. Roshan about 3,000 HP right now. But it's hard to see how the fights could change. They haven't had a fresh item pickup in quite some time. You can see Focus still on that same Aghanim Scepter. The best that's happened for him is the level 20 talent. Spartan, apparently not caring that he's bought back already, is now going to be caught. Oh, they jumped into the pit. Nobody's there. It was all a ruse. Spartan, he is going to be dying before he gets off anything. Cataclysm, that's a 4-man with the Reaper's Scythe.
That's sick.
Bye-bye, Focus. 100 seconds for you, sir. And Wish with the Stampede can't even get out.
That's so satisfying. Oh my god. That is, yeah. You know, that's just a respect GG out. You hit me. My carry goes from 100 to 0 in less than 2 seconds. Yeah, you're cheesing. He's feeling himself. I don't need more than 64 pixels to see that Stormstormer